Enderman bosses are some of the hardest bosses in Hypixel Skyblock. These bosses come with a variety amounts of HP and deal different amounts of damage. And being able to take out the highest tier will allow you to get to Enderman Slayer level 9, which unlocks some of the best rewards in the game, including the Juju Shortbow, Terminator, and a 15% chance to find rare mobs. Editor Brunolag here. I forgot to mention this, but for the tier 1 and 2, any sword works for tier 1, and try getting at least a liver dagger for tier 2. For tier 3 plus, you need the purple katana and or atom split. They can be done in any dragon armor, and the only thing you have to look after is the hit phase. This can be easily countered with any summons, and summons are important to have as you're going to need them for the tier 4 boss, unless you have a Terminator, the tier 3 boss, and the tier 2 boss. With that being said, here is a video of me fighting a tier 1 boss. The tier 2s have 12 million health and are very tanky and hard to kill. They have high hit shields and start throwing yang glyphs at 50% health. I would recommend using Crimson Armor as the 10 stack ability allows you to hit it twice. Otherwise you can also use Necron, Full Final Destination, or Shadow Assassin. Recommended MP would be around 300 to 400 for doing this boss. Also make sure you get stacked on healing. Also, really quickly, I put lots of effort into these videos to try and make them as amazing for you guys, and I would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe, as that would really help me out a lot. Alright, let's go into the tier 3. Okay, this is when it gets real. This is when it gets hard. This is when all your equipment needs to have vitality on it. This is when you need at least a Vorpal Katana. This is when you need the good Final Destination with at least 5 to 10,000 kills. Recommended magical power, you need around 500. You want to have all the healing stuff, the overflux. You need summons to get through the hit phase. You do not want to get destroyed, because if you get destroyed by this boss, you are going to have no hope. And I repeat, there's no hope on the tier 4. So that being said, it's the same principles as the other boss, except now it gains one more ability. As always, it starts throwing these heads when it's at around 33% HP, and these heads deal mass damage to you, which increase over time, and that's a head up on screen now. With that being said, let's move on to the tier 4s. Okay, so I want to get something out of the way really quickly. Today we're not going to teach you how to Aurora RCM, Crimson RCM, or Crimson Melee. We're going to teach you how to do it in plain old Final Destination. Now, with this being mentioned, I have a link down below, a video by Hyperion_Mage, a top tier Enderman player, and he has a guide on how to do these things. Okay, when it comes to new abilities, it only gains a laser phase, which some consist to be a period of rest, as you can lifesteal away or mana steal away using a soul whip, or you can just kind of TP around and get to the beacons. With that being mentioned, this boss will shred for your HP unless you have adequate gear. You will require at least 25,000 kills on your Final Destination. You will almost certainly need a atom split katana. An overflux is almost a necessity, being close to impossible to complete without it. Summons are recommended. Without summons, you're going to have to use a Juju Shortbow, Terminator, or you're going to raw dog it and smack him in the face with your sword, which will be so inconvenient, especially when you're only just getting a void glimpse. For your equipment, you are going to want whatever equipment you have lying around with a high level of vitality. You might also want mana regen for regenerating mana, or veteran for spawning faster bosses. With that being said, here is a boss fight up on screen now. Editor Bruno here. I forgot to mention this, but you can use an endstone sword in order to convert all your mana into defense. Use this at the end of the laser phase and or hit phase. This will allow you to gain a lot of defense and you'll get in there and deal a ton of damage with ease. Thank you guys. If you enjoyed this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you could like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.